Good morning, parents. It's Mr. V here, making another video for the kids. So this is going to be the volume formula part 2 as promised. Volume is represented as this formula. It's volume equals length times width times height. Or you can put it as V equals L times W times H. So here's a sample of a cube that I've utilized. This formula is only meant for cubes, nothing else. A cube is just a 3D square. Let me write that here. A cube is a 3D square. Okay. So let's try and solve for this. The first thing I'm going to do, I will use the standard form of multiplication. All that is you put the numbers in a vertical format like this. Make sure the kids only do 2 numbers at a time. If they try to do all 3, they're going to confuse themselves and they're going to get lost, and it's going to be more difficult for them to understand. So for standard form multiplication, the bottom numbers are multiplied to each top number. When you finish with one bottom number, you move on to the next and repeat the process. In this case, we'll do 3 times 5, which is 15. The 5 goes at the bottom, and the 1 is carried. Then we have 3 times 2, which is 6, and then you add the 1, it'll be 7. We are already done with number 3, so we'll put a 0 here. That way we don't use this spot anymore. The kids need to start putting this 0. I see a lot of them still putting numbers underneath the first answer. So please, I'll remind them of that in class, but let's also remind them when they're doing homework. The next part is 1 times 5 goes 5. 1 times 2, 2. When you get to this point, you add it. We're not multiplying the last number, so we're adding just this bottom pair here. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12, so the 2 here and the 1 here. 1 plus 2 is 3. So we have already finished with the 25 and the 13. When multiplied together, it gave us this. So now we have to multiply the 12 to this number. So we'll do times 12. And again, we do the same process for standard form. Each bottom number is multiplied to every top number, one at a time. So 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus the 1 is 5. And then 2 times 3 is 6. We're done with this 2, so we'll add a 0 here and move on to the 1. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. This is the final step. We're simply going to add. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10. 0 goes here, carry the 1. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus the 1 is 9. And then nothing plus 3 is 3. This is our answer. Now I'm going to use another form that will make it a little easier for the kids. We're going to use area form of multiplication. The first pair of numbers we'll use will be the same as before, 25 and 13. We have to break these numbers down. So we know 25 is 20 plus 5. And 13 is 10 plus 3. Perfect. So the area form requires us to use a square. It is a longer process, but it does help the kids understand it better. The reason why we broke this square down into 4 parts is because there are 4 numbers. So for the top, let's put 20 and 5. And in the bottom, we'll do 10 3. How this works, hopefully you guys can see it. How this works is very simple. You're multiplying each number here to each number here. And there's a quick way to do this. So 1 times 2 is 2. Between the 10 and the 20, there are 2 zeros, so you add 2 zeros. Then we do 1 times 5 is 5. Between the 10 and the 5, there's 1 zero, so you put 1 zero. And repeat. 3 times 2 is 6. Between the 20 and the 3, there's only 1 zero. Then we do 3 times 5 is 15. It simplifies this so much better for the kids. Now all we're going to do is add these numbers up. 200, 60, 50, and 15. All these zeros plus 5, 5. 0 plus 6 plus 5 plus 1, 12. 1 plus 2, 3. This number is the same as this number over here, so we know we're in the right direction. But now we have to do the final number, which is 12. We have to multiply this number by 12. We can still use the area form. All we have to do is just break down the numbers again. So we have 325 and 12. 325 can be broken down to 300 plus 20 plus 5. 12 is broken down as 10 plus 2. And then we draw a square. In this case, we're going to use 6 parts because there are at least 5 numbers. So we'll put the 300 here, the 20 here, and the 5 here. Let me adjust the camera just a bit. There we go. Then we'll put the 10 here and the 2 here. Same process as before. 1 times 3, 3. Between the 10 and the 300, there are 3 zeros, so we'll put 3 zeros. Then 1 times 2 is 2. Between the 10 and the 20, there are 2 zeros. 1 times 5 is 5. Between the 10 and the 5, there's 1 zero. 2 times 3 is 6. Between the 2 and the 300, there are 2 zeros. 2 times 2 is 4. Between the 2 and the 20, there's 1 zero. And then 2 times 5 is 10. And then we just add the numbers. So we got 3,000, 600, 200, 50, 40, 10. All these zeros added up is 0. All these zeros plus 5 plus 4 plus 1 is 10. 0 plus 6 plus 2 is 8, plus the 1 is 9. And then 3 plus nothing is 3. This is our answer. This answer is the same as this answer. So we know that both formulas were done correctly. Okay? These are just 2 ways to solve a cube. You can also do partial product, which is longer. But I think for now, this should be okay. Please, if you ever need more videos, just let me know. I would be happy to explain more.